evening and welcome to Thai PBS World. Tonight you are with Nat Bunnang and Tulip Nak Somphoplao.
สวัสดีค่ะ Very good evening as well. And we'll begin tonight with the developments on the fire at Bangkok's Bon Gai community yesterday afternoon, where 30 houses were burned down and 12 people were hospitalized. At the same time, more than 100 adults and children are now taking temporary refuge at a local youth center after about 30 houses were burned down or heavily damaged in a 2-hour blaze yesterday. And like we said earlier, 12 people were sent to hospital to be treated for the effects of smoke inhalation. And according to Bangkok Governor Chatham Sittipan, support and repair payments will be issued to those injured and those who have lost property. Chacha returned to the Bon Gai community late Tuesday night to visit the victims of yesterday's blaze and to ensure that they are being provided with the help they need by the Pathumwan district office, including a new shelter in case they are not rehoused for an extended time. The governor also said that the owners of any houses that were razed or severely damaged will actually receive 5,000 baht as initial compensation, whereas those who were tenants will receive 3,000 baht. Victims of the blaze can register to receive help with district officials who are posted in the community to tend to their basic needs. And according to Bangkok's Department of Public Disaster Prevention and Mitigation today, each of the 30 affected households will receive 3,000 baht each month, at most for 2 consecutive months. The injured will each receive 2,000 baht and 4,000 baht if they are admitted to hospital. At the same time, over 200 bags of basic necessities have already been distributed to people in the community, and more will arrive today. However, the investigation into the fire is still continuing at the moment. The fire was extinguished within 2 hours of starting at about 1:30 p.m. yesterday, thanks to the rapid response by firemen at a fire station located only about 600 meters from the community, where about 10,000 people live. But the problem during that time was that the narrow lanes and the lack of water hydrants in the community have added to the challenges faced by the firefighters. So that was a very big story yesterday, and we can see that the fire has been under control, but you can see that many people have been affected by the blaze as well.
And if you have been following this news, actually the Bangkok Deputy Governor said that the refugees, can we call them refugees? The people in shelters, yes, they are in need of some help, necessary items such as facial mask, and also alcohol gel or some clothing for kids, small children. So you can follow us on our website and check what they need and where you can donate and help.
Right, and this is very unfortunate incident as well because no one ever expected this to happen.
Now let's move on to another big story. It has been a big drama that people have been following on social media. When you talk about sushi restaurant, it's a chain sushi restaurant that later on sell a voucher for buffet. But then the owner disappeared and the restaurant happened to close. And now the owner was apprehended at the airport. So the owner of this restaurant called Daruma sushi restaurant chain in Thailand, the owner name is Meta Chalingsu, was apprehended at the Bangkok Suvarnabhumi airport this morning as he returned from a foreign trip. Commissioner of the Central Investigation Bureau or CIB, Police Lieutenant General Jirapop Puridet personally questioned the suspect at the airport before taking him to the CIB head office. At the press conference held this afternoon, the police said that they do not intend to release Mehta on police bail and will oppose any application made to the court for his release when he is transferred there tomorrow. About 100,000 baht in Mehta's bank accounts has been frozen, and 20,000 US dollars in cash found on his personal items has been seized as well. According to Police Lieutenant General Jirapop, Mehta fled the country to evade creditors to whom he allegedly owes as much as 100 million baht. He decided to return due to pressure resulting from intensifying media scrutiny. He claimed that the voucher scheme was a way to sustain cash flow in his business, which was heavily impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Mehta is facing consumer fraud, money laundering, and computer crime charges after police received hundreds of complaints from consumers, franchisees, suppliers, and brokers who had either bought prepaid buffet vouchers or were in the business of supplying the chain. Mehta flew to the United States last week, with transits in Dubai on the way out and Taiwan on the way back, without notifying his employees, suppliers, or customers in advance, and with all 27 sushi outlets in Bangkok closed, including his pilot branch in Soi Udom Suk on Sukhumvit Road in Phra Khanong district. Many vouchers holders were frustrated at finding them closed. One franchisee said that she paid 2.5 million baht to buy a franchise to open her restaurant selling the Daruma buffet. She added that the company sent her the supplies late before disappearing. Daruma Sushi was established on January 12, 2016 with 5 million baht registered capital. The company expanded into 27 outlets, most of which are operated as franchisees. According to the Department of Business Development, the company made 1 million baht profit from 39 million in revenue in 2019, 1.78 million baht from 43.76 million revenue in 2020, 1.26 million baht profit from over 45 million baht revenue in 2021. Of late, the company had been running a promotional campaign offering buffet voucher at 199 baht each, excluding VAT, on the condition that at least 5 vouchers were purchased. The price was said to be unrealistically low, and I think that is kind of alarming because 199 baht for a sushi buffet, it's unbelievably low price.
Very low price indeed, because normally Japanese restaurants, they don't offer this kind of price to begin with. And to offer at this price, 199 baht, it can be deemed as very suspicious to begin with. But at the same time, many people have been affected by this, whether it's the customers, the franchisees, or even the employees who have been stranded after the owner have fled the country. And so far, the Ministry of Labor has been doing everything they can to help these people as well. And moving on to some good news this time, especially for the film industry, as foreign actors will be exempt from paying income tax in Thailand for the next 5 years in hopes to attract more foreign crews into Thailand. The Thai government has decided to waive personal income tax collection from foreign actors when working on films shot in Thailand in the next 5 years. And this is in a fresh bid to attract foreign crews to the country and the associated revenue. Deputy government spokesperson Rashida Thanadirek said on Tuesday that the tax incentive is part of the government's efforts to develop the country's soft power. Thailand earned an average of 3.5 billion baht a year from foreign film crews from 2017 to 2021, with the revenue increasing to 5 billion baht last year. She actually explained that incentives provided to foreign film crews include cash rebates of 15 to 20% of the expenses incurred in Thailand, with limits capped at 75 million baht. Adding that, however, actors have been required to pay personal income tax while they were working in Thailand, despite the fact that they have to pay personal income taxes in their home countries anyway. This double taxation may actually discourage them from filming in Thailand. But with the income tax exemption, Thailand expects to gain an average of 3.5 billion baht in revenue per annum from foreign film crews over the next 5 years, totaling about 17.5 billion baht, while the amount of revenue lost through the tax the tax exemption for the same period will be about 71 million baht. So this will actually help attract more film crews into Thailand, as the government is all about soft power at the moment. And so this can be really good news.
Another good news that the government said that they're trying to help the low-income people and also small businesses is that they are extending the relief measures that when it comes to the gas price and fuel prices. The cabinet decided to extend the current measures intended to cushion the impacts of rising energy prices for those with low incomes and small businesses to help with their cost of living. Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha said that the current energy crisis is unlikely to end in the foreseeable future. Hence, the need for future meetings to develop long-term measures to cope with the uncertain situation. And the measures to help small businesses and those in need include retail price of NGV or natural gas for vehicles to be frozen and 15.59 baht per kilogram and 13.62 baht per kilogram for taxi, which participate in government-subsidized program for 3 more months, retroactive from June 16 to September 15th. Retail price for LPG to be frozen at 408 baht for 15 kilogram cylinder for 3 months from July into September. Street food vendors and small shops which hold welfare cards will be given 100 baht per month discount for the purchase of LPG. Low-income earners who hold state welfare cards will be given discounts on the purchase of cooking gas for 3 months and a 50% discount on the purchase of diesel for the above 35 baht per liter for 3 months. Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha also said that the government had asked the country's oil refineries to increase their profit contributions to the oil field fund to ease the burden on the exchequer until September. He also said that the government will seek cooperation from the private and government sectors to conserving the energy with measures to reduce consumption at their premises as appropriate, such as by switching off unnecessary lighting and adjusting air conditioner thermostats. They should also promote the use of public transport. For the government sector, he said he has issued an instruction to cut energy consumption by about 20%. However, the Prime Minister also said that the government will continue to help low-income earners, but on the basis of fiscal discipline, in order not to create a financial burden for the future. He also asked for public understanding regarding the constraints and limitations on the government and the need to spend cautiously. It's not just Thailand, though, that having this problem.
Yes.
Everyone, every country around the world is facing the same kind of problem.
Right, and now let's move on to another story. And this is actually good news for those who actually love to travel, because the 4th phase of the Rao Tiu Dui Kan, or the We Travel Together scheme, has been extended until the end of October. The Thai cabinet decided to extend the phase 4 of the Rao Tiu Dui Kan, or We Travel Together program, until the end of October because there was a residual budget of 5.5 billion baht at its original end date at the end of May. Government spokesman Thanakor Wangbunkongchana said that the cabinet also agreed to add 1.5 million entitlements on top of the current 2 million in addition to the extension. He actually said that the cabinet has instructed the Tourism Authority of Thailand, which proposed the extension of the domestic tourism promotion program, to make sure that the program is transparent and accountable, and to step up publicity concerning the extension of the program. And the cabinet set aside 9 billion baht to fund the scheme. The total spending under the program by the end of May amounted to 9.3 billion baht, of which 5.8 billion was spent by people joining the scheme, and the rest, which was 3.4 billion, was state funding, leaving a residue of 5.5 billion baht. And despite the increase of 1.5 million entitlements to the Phase 4 program, Thanakor said that it is predicted that 5.1 billion is taxpayer funding will be spent at most, which is still below the 5.5 billion baht. And under this program, to give you a recap, one entitlement carries a 40% discount on room rates per room per night, but not exceeding 3,000 baht per room per night. Each is eligible for 10 rooms or 10 nights throughout the program, and discounts for food plus entrance fees to tourist spots totaling 600 baht per night of stay. 60% of the expenses are borne by individuals joining the scheme and 40% by the government through taxes in the form of coupons. So this is definitely good news for those who wish to use the program, the scheme where you get sort of discounts, and it's still time to travel now that COVID-19 has sort of improved in a way.
It's more like if you go to the hotel that you're going to go anyway, you pay less and you get a little extra pocket money to pay for food. But if you want to spend the same kind of budget, you get a little nicer hotel or a little better facilities for the same kind of money because government subsidizes about 40% of it.
Exactly. It's a great incentive. So this is actually a great opportunity for those who haven't even used the scheme yet.
And that's all the news we have for you in this edition of Thai PBS World Tonight. You can follow us on our website for any other news and also what we just told you about in this program as well. We have analysis, we have some exclusive interviews, a lot of interesting stories on www.thaipbsworld.com. We also have YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
And don't forget to catch our program, Thai PBS World Tonight, every weekdays at 7 p.m. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. สวัสดีค่ะ